Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant on The Winter Lake. It's a new movie coming out. It's a drama, and I gotta say, it looks pretty good. Um, this is, I think the character's name is Tom, and he's kind of like a quiet kid who collects bones of animals he finds in a rural area near his house. And, I assume it's a single mom. And then somehow they end up involved with a neighbor who it's a father and a daughter, and the daughter is a little sketchy, a little wild. They become friends. Tom is definitely in the friend zone, I'm sensing, and then she gets a boyfriend, and it also involves this lake where she claims in the trailer that the lake, I don't know, that's a weird still. The lake will somehow, there's an underground river in the lake, and that it sucks things down. I don't know how true that is, or if she's just making it up. But he discovers something horrible in the lake. I assume it's like human remains. Um, and it's somehow connected to her boyfriend. I don't know if that's it there. It's somehow connected to her new boyfriend, who isn't Tom. And she's consulting him, and she may be manipulating him because he seems, kind of, he might be on the spectrum, or he might be just vulnerable. And let's see if I can get, yeah, this is the boyfriend. And he teases him, oh, you think she's going to give you some? And then the father gets involved somehow, and he's got this knife, and he's angry in this car scene, and the girlfriend gives him the knife. So I don't know, something going on. Like, is the girl manipulating him, or is she actually in trouble? So it's a really well cut trailer where, although I didn't get to know the characters well enough, the situation is very clear here. It's like, ooh, what the hell's going to happen? Is this kid being manipulated, or is he actually helping her? And what's the deal with this lake and the remains? Yeah, this is was Charlie Murphy. That's not the Charlie Murphy I'm thinking of. That's a different Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy, the late great Charlie Murphy, is gone, sadly. So yeah, and then the last bit of montage, very quick. I can't really show it to you. Well, I guess I could. I just go back a little bit, show you a little bit. Yeah, see, there's no, there was more to it than that, but there was lots going on. There was a car accident, and things are happening, and he's running, and she's screaming, and so it's called The Winter Lake, and it comes out on my birthday, March 9th. It's a celebrated holiday on my website, so make sure you prepare for March 9th. The appropriate way to celebrate my birthday is to eat sushi and play video games. That's all part of the holiday. So get ready, and perhaps you could also watch The Winter Lake. It looks like a decent thriller. I would say that the first act is it's probably a slow burn movie. So the first act's probably the mother and son come to this house. They just moved there. He doesn't really like it. He doesn't have any friends already, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. And he's collecting bones, and he's kind of a weird kid. And she's trying to help him, but it's, he's resistant to that help, let's say. Then Act 2, or the end of Act 1, the neighbors move in, and this girl moves in, and everything sort of changes because now he has this friend, and he's not sure if she could be a girlfriend. He's in that friend zone kind of situation, and he doesn't have the skills to really make a move, so he gets put in that friend zone. And then next thing you know, boom, in the middle of Act 2, she's got a boyfriend. And then the boyfriend is up to no good, and he's clearly bad for her, but she likes him because she's a little wild. And but then something happens. Either, now this is where it's hard to predict from the cut. Either he finds a bag of human remains, which somehow tie into the boyfriend that she's trying to get him to get rid of or call the police about, or both. The boyfriend has, assaulted her in some way, or robbed her, or whatever, made her do things that she didn't want to do. Might not be that sinister, but. And then in the third act, the girl pressures the main character, who I think's name is Tom, to help her and maybe kill the boyfriend. It may not go that far, but the kid's autistic. So then part of the movie is this real, or is this the perception of Tom who can't process all this, right? Is she in danger, or is she manipulating him? And then, of course, the ending, I mean, you can go one of three ways. Either she is manipulating him, and she did it to get back at her boyfriend, or she's not manipulating him, in which case he helps her, and it's a happy ending. In a drama, that tends not to be the case. Or the third option, where they have this ending where you're kind of not sure. You're kind of not sure what happens, because maybe too many people die and the movie ends abruptly. That, to me, is often, that's either the greatest ending in the world or the least satisfying ending ever. It's really hard to pull that off. The movie Blowout did that. The original, not the one with John Travolta. That was Blow Up, I think. So it's really hard to pull that off. So I think it's probably the first one, the most dramatic, which is she did manipulate him. You think he's not being manipulated, and then it turns out she totally manipulated him. But maybe in the end he somehow gets away, or doesn't suffer the punishment. She suffers for her her thing. But it's really well cut trailer. I cannot tell you how many trailers I see, and I watch them, and I'm just like, I can't even talk about this because the trailer's so damn confusing. This one, I don't even know the names of most of the characters, but I can tell from the context where this is going. Yet it doesn't give away the movie, which is great. So I'm actually pretty psyched. This is not my kind of movie, but this looks pretty good. So I'm going to give it an upvote. It's called The Winter Lake. Look for it, video on demand, March 9th.